Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and we are officially in May here in Australia, and I'm sure most of you guys around the world. Welcome to May. It is going to be a brilliant month, not just for XRP, but for the entire crypto community. We've got the old coins which are about to run. We've got Bitcoin, gaining momentum and strength. We've got more institutions, more IPOs happening, more updates coming out from your favorite altcoins. It is going to be a brilliant month. And so let's kick off. Let's kick off the month in a big way. We've got some things to discuss. We've got some news that's come out of XRP. And overall, let's look at the charts and let's look at where we're going and what can we expect from this insane 30 days coming up in May. Is it 30 or is it 31 days? Hold on, 31 days of May coming up. So let's get right into it. At the time of making the video, we're sitting at 159. We had a low of $1.51 and a high of $1.64. And if we look at the charts, what's been going on in the last 24 hours, we went as high as 163. And obviously, straight after that, we heard that the case hasn't settled or there's been no judgment, there's been no ruling made. So obviously the price dropped a little bit and now we've been sort of trading sideways around, the $1.60 bubble, which we know is very, very important, to maintain, to continue this run. But overall, very good what happened with the SEC. If you haven't seen that video, it was posted earlier today here in Australia. And overall positive, very, very positive for Ripple as a company. And I do believe that we are edging closer and closer to a settlement. I don't think we'll go to trial. I think it would be foolish from the SEC to go to trial. And I think there will be a settlement coming up. No one can know for sure, but let's see what happens. So very interesting, I want to kick off as well by going through, the price and, 3.1 seconds to settle a transaction with a transaction fee of 0.004. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about long-term value for banks, for institutions to use the Ripple XRP technology. Would you look at this? It beats by a country mile the outdated SWIFT system. And that's why we are where we are right now. That's why a lot of people believe in XRP. And it's not, the rumors and the sun and the moon and the calendar said this and all that. You hear people talk about these riddles and superstitious things and, reset global economies and all that. But all you got to do is look at the numbers. On the channel, I bring you information that, gives you a taste, and then you go away and do your own research. And I'm not a financial advisor, it's not financial advice, but what we're talking about here is we're talking about a system that is quicker, faster, and cheaper, going up against the SWIFT system that is old, outdated, and slow, and expensive. They're the most important things. And in the marketplace, when you can be faster and cheaper, it's only a matter of time before the adoption comes on board. And may I remind you, you might not know this, it took 50 years for credit cards to be adopted by the masses. 50 years it took for credit cards to be adopted by the masses. Now find me someone who doesn't have a credit card these days. They're the odd ones out. So patience is very, very important when it comes to XRP and the long-term value of XRP. Not XRP at $10 or $20 coming up in 2021. We're talking about long term, what's going to happen as a mass adoption occurs. So if we look at the financial system, we don't really touch too much on this, but I want to bring this more and more into it as we move forward. Ripple is going to be right in there in the overall financial system. It's going to be right there. Stellar's going to be there from a B2C, from business to consumer. But from business to business perspective, it's going to be Ripple and its Interledger protocol that is going to become part of our financial systems, not just in the United States, but we're talking about around the world. We're talking about a worldwide adoption of the Ripple Interledger protocol as called XRP. So very, very, very exciting. Something I want to bring to you as well as we begin the month, we need to look at all the key points which are important, not just to Ripple, but to the overall industry as well. And Bitcoin miners in China have received an emergency notice amongst energy concerns. There is a huge concern going on at the moment at an international level and now also at a country level of China, that there is a huge amount of power consumption to get these miners powering as they are. And it's really, really, really important to look at this and to keep a very, very, very close eye. We know that for forever and a day, Bitcoin has been the dominator, has been the one, and obviously when Bitcoin moves, everything moves. You saw what happened at the end of April and that massive price drop. And all it took, the first time that the price dropped, all it took was for some mining rigs in China to not work. And look what happened to the entire system. It had a drop of 25%. And so we need to keep a very, very close eye on this, because the world regulators of cryptocurrency are moving towards being green. Being green is going to be one of those factors. It's going to be really, really interesting as the upcoming months occur, what's going on with the regulators and how it will impact Bitcoin and how it will impact everything else as well. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this. And as information comes through, I'm going to be bringing it to you just to make sure you guys are updated. So from a price action point of view, from where we're going, the barriers that we have broken, where we're going right now, we are set. We're ready. We're ready to push to $2.50. $2.50 will be coming, in weeks, not months. I did mention that May we're going to finish at $3.30. Still very clear to me that is going to occur. I have absolutely zero objection of that happening right now, and I don't see anything in sight that should stop that. And so the environmental impact of value, going back to the previous point that I was making, from a transaction speed, energy consumption, it does not get any greener than XRP. And then if you look at gold and Bitcoin, what is going on and the environmental impact. These are very important points, very important. I mean, we must not do what a lot of people did when it came to their Nokia 3310. A lot of people were loyal, and even, Nokia themselves as an organization, at one point they had 1 billion customers. You would never have betted against them, ever. There was no way, no one, back in the 3310 Nokia days, that someone would turn around and say, with 1 billion customers, you guys will be obsolete in 10 years' time. No one. But we, as serpents, we must keep a very close eye on this, because if regulations come through which are against Bitcoin and pro XRP, one day you could wake up to XRP number 1 and Bitcoin number 2, maybe even number 3 behind Ethereum. But we gotta keep a close eye on this. We are nowhere near that right now, and anything can change, as we have learned in crypto, but I'm keeping a close eye on this. At the time of making this, we're sitting at 158 to 159. We're sort of hovering around there. TradingView.com have got us on a buy. Again, like I said previously, everything that is happening right now, the support that we have found during, when the price has dipped, we are set, ready to go to 250 before we push for $3.30 by the end of the month. A key point here is to break the 190. I think we'll break 190, then drop back and, find support at 190 and then push forward for that 330. So a key level here is 190. So 190 needs to become the new support. Right now, support is $1. The new support needs to become 190. And once we find the support at 190, pushing to 330 is not going to be a problem. As we look towards 2022 and beyond, this is where we are right now, and this is the sort of pattern that we've got left to go. So again, as I've mentioned many times before, but we are at the beginning of the month, and I want you guys to have that long-term vision, that long-term perspective on things. we've got so much more to go. We literally got so much to go. Please, please do not sell at $3 or $4. You are going to regret it. And again, no financial advice. And by all means, do anything that you want. But we have got so much to go. And it is going to be truly exciting as we finish 2021, as we go towards 2022. We got one eye on profits, like short-term profits, but we must keep an eye on long-term gain and long-term generational wealth creation. Truly exciting. And the reason why we are so excited by this chart is because of this chart. So what we saw here is these type of formations. Like if you look at that particular cup and handle formation, look how big that is, and then look what happened afterwards, right? Well, look at the length of this one. I mean, this is huge. Look at the size of that thing. Can you just imagine the explosion in price that we are about to see? As I've said, it's melt face time. There is nothing else happening. From every single aspect, the XRP community and XRP itself is about to explode in the scene in a big way, in a very, very, very big way. And we are set for a monster end to the year and an even better 2022. So, short term, what can we expect? I expect the price to go to 330. I expect us to find support at the $1.90, $2 mark 2 times, and then begin towards the end of May to push forward really hard towards the next barriers, the next goals, which we will cover off step by step throughout the month as news comes out. Now, if you did learn something new today, please hit the like and subscribe button. As I mentioned in the Zilliqa video that I posted last night, thank you all so much for an absolute amazing April. Thank you all. It's been truly humbling to watch all of you come through to the channel and give your support, comments and likes and shares. I appreciate every single one of you, but this channel and all the things that are happening within crypto are just warming up. May is our month. Let's go get it.